Well, what's this? Sir Keir Starmer performing a political pirouette with such speed he nearly creates his own weather system. One moment, he's batting away questions about tax rises with all the evasive grace of a seasoned Westminster veteran. The next, the government's grooming gangs report lands like a thunderclap, and suddenly the magic of statutory inquiries is all the rage. Welcome back to Celebrity Vibes, where we pick apart Westminster's wildest U-turns with a surgeon's scalpel and a healthy dose of skepticism. Today's menu, a prime ministerial backflip so spectacular, even Olympic judges would be left speechless. Pull up a chair, grab your popcorn, because this is about to get messy. Let's rewind. January 6th. Not that January 6th, but our own, homegrown drama. Starmer stood in the Commons, flinging accusations the way a flower girl scatters petals, relentlessly, with a hint of indignation. Politicians, he said, were peddling misinformation, jumping on bandwagons. He dismissed the idea of a statutory inquiry as nonsense, shielding his government's position like a goalkeeper in a penalty shootout. But last night, the script changed. Why? Enter Baroness Louise Casey, the very investigator Starmer himself appointed, who delivered a verdict no one in government wanted to hear. You want answers? You need a full-scale statutory inquiry. Imagine asking your mate for an honest opinion on your cooking, then being shocked when they confirm your roast tastes like cardboard. That's the level of denial we're talking about. And then, as if on cue, Chancellor Rachel Reeves took the stage with what can only be described as a masterclass in the political art of the non-apology. When pressed on whether the government would apologize to those dismissed as extremists for raising alarm bells about child exploitation, Reeves pivoted. The focus, she said, should be on the victims, not hurt feelings. Hurt feelings. We're talking about people who risked everything to demand justice for vulnerable children, only to be gaslit by the very institutions meant to protect them. But here's where it stops being theatre and starts getting real. Monday's report isn't just a stack of paperwork. It's a damning 200-page indictment of a system crippled by the fear of being accused of racism. Authorities turned a blind eye to the abuse of British girls, paralysed by the spectre of political correctness. The report links illegal immigration to exploitation, exposes over a decade of inaction, and lays bare failures that would make a horror director blush. Baroness Casey didn't mince words. Local inquiries don't cut it. When children's lives are at stake, you need the power to demand answers, not just politely request them. Remember when Elon Musk crashed this conversation? Suddenly, everyone was worried about foreign interference, while the real issue was hiding in plain sight. Musk's bluntness put the spotlight back on a debate Westminster would rather have buried. The inquiry, dismissed as unnecessary, is now seen as vital by the government's own expert. So here we are, a government U-turn, a non-apology, and a report poised to blow the lid off years of institutional failure. Monday's revelations will either vindicate those who fought for change, or show us just how deep the rock goes. The question isn't whether Starmer was right to change his mind, it's why it took an external audit to force action on protecting British children. Was this a genuine course correction, or just damage control? Drop your thoughts below. At Celebrity Vibes, we don't just skim the headlines, we dive beneath them. Hit subscribe, and buckle up. Westminster's drama is just getting started.